So one of the most interesting anime of 2024 just dropped, an anime about YouTubers of all things. Hello everyone, I'm Finn. Welcome back to Finn Films. Join me today as we discuss what might be like the biggest surprise anime of 2024, an anime that explores the dark side of YouTube, an anime called Viral Hit. Viral Hit is a Korean webtoon series written and drawn by the Korean artist Park Tae-jun, probably most famous for his webtoon series Lookism. Sorry if I butchered that name. Viral Hit tells the story of a scrawny, pathetic high school loser named Hobin and the strange series of events that lead to him going worldwide viral and then pursuing a career as a YouTuber, making bully call-out videos. And this anime fucking slaps. No, I mean, like, literally, it slaps. Like, you know, it's an anime about a guy who gets into fights with bullies. So as I said, Hobin is kind of your average, like, high school loser kid in Korea who gets picked on and bullied by basically, like, all of his classmates. Primarily this guy named Pakgo. Pakgo is a massive YouTuber and live streamer with over 700,000 subscribers and who constantly bullies and harasses people as content for his channel. In the opening scenes of episode 1, we are introduced to Pakgo and Hobin through Pakgo's livestream feed, as we see Pakgo let one of his YouTuber friends use Hobin as a makeup dummy. Hobin is then shocked to learn that in this 20-minute livestream with basically like zero effort in it, Pakgo had made over 30,000 yen, which is somewhere around $200 US. A sum of money that would basically take Hobin his entire week to earn at his job flipping burgers at McDonald's. Throughout these scenes, the first kind of introduction of episode 1, we learn that Hobin was raised by a single mother and that he is now the main provider, the main breadwinner for his family, as his mom has been struggling to fight off cancer. Hobin is constantly worried about being able to pay for all of his household bills on top of the medical bills for his mother's cancer treatment, and he is jealous of how easily Pakgo has earned this money, and then it suddenly dawns on him. Maybe he should start a YouTube channel too. However, he isn't the only one that has this idea, as Pakgo's cameraman and producer, a fellow student named Snapper, also decides that it's his time that he starts his own YouTube channel, as he forces Hobin to let him use his mom's YouTube account, bank information, so he can stream and make money. No, I'm not joking. Literally, this dude Snapper bullies Hobin so bad that he actually lets him come to his home, use his computer, his mom's YouTube account, and their bank information so he can stream and make money. Hobin, lacking any spine or any conviction at all, lets Snapper basically walk all over him, as he even goes as far as to make his bully dinner at his own house. Suddenly though, as Hobin is bringing the food to Snapper, he trips on a cord, unplugging the computer monitor and spilling hot food all over Snapper. The computer monitor goes black as Snapper begins to berate Hobin, kicking him over and over again. Finally though, our loser pro tag Hobin completely loses it, grabbing pieces of kimchi and dual wielding them like nunchucks as the two boys begin to beat the absolute shit out of each other. Unbeknownst to Hobin and Snapper though, the computer hadn't turned off, the stream hadn't ended, only the monitor had gone black, and this entire fight was actually live streamed to the internet and then uploaded to Hobin's channel as he turned off of the power to the PC later that night. The next day, Hobin wakes up in horror as Snapper calls him in tears, telling him that their fight had gone absolutely viral all across the entire world, the video having now over 10 million views. Hobin stares in disbelief at the video, as in one day he went from a kid who was only bullied locally at his high school to now being bullied across the entire world. But then though, the realization finally hits him. He can make money doing this. More money than he ever could have made flipping burgers. Later on, Snapper meets up with Hobin, the two of them getting into another fight when Snapper gives Hobin a business proposition. Why don't the two of them work together? With Snapper's production skills as well as his knowledge of editing in YouTube, he offers to team up with Hobin, who will be the on-screen talent, in order for both of them to rise up in the ranks of YouTube and make the easiest money that they've ever made in their entire lives. The only real question is, what sort of content will the two boys make? Is it A, gaming content, B, reaction content, C, bully call-out videos, or D, mukbang videos? Yep, that's right. Hoban and Snapper decide that they are going to make bully call-out videos where Hoban calls out and fights bullies live on camera. I guess that's why they call it viral hit, huh? So to me, this is like one of the most interesting and like kind of fascinating premises, ideas for a webtoon, an anime series, as it is kind of a hilarious cultural critique on the rise of social media and now influencer culture content creators. Paco is portrayed as the kind of classic, like, scummy YouTube IRL streamer, the guy putting on a fake happy persona and just acting like a complete dickhead in public, constantly walking around with his selfie live streaming and thinking he can get away with basically anything because he's a big YouTuber. This is a pretty hilariously accurate description for many YouTubers and live streamers, probably more specifically IRL streamers. I mean, Jesus, it feels like we literally can't go without a week without an IRL streamer getting into some sort of trouble. Whether it's the hordes of IRL streamers depending upon Japan, or the incident that happened last year, I believe in 2023, where that DoorDash driver shot the prank YouTubers in that mall. Viral Hit to me is a really kind of interesting and funny look into this like world of streamers, YouTubers, and content creators. I mean, there is a reason why being a YouTuber or a content creator has now become like the most wanted job for Zoomer kids out there. Like, this job wasn't even a reality in our world back when I was in high school. Now it's the most wanted job for like any kid out there. At that time, back when I was on high school, making money on YouTube really kind of just barely started and was really mostly limited to like a few really popular gaming YouTubers like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, those guys. The social media landscape has really changed like a ton about our society. I mean, before, social media was really just like a way to stay in touch with your friends, whether it was like MySpace or Facebook. You could share pictures of your life, or maybe the odd funny cat video now and then. Now though, social media is like a massive money-making endeavor, with social media content like YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch streaming replacing much of the traditional forms of entertainment media that I grew up with. And really, it's the fact that like anyone potentially could become a social media influencer, whether it be YouTuber, streamer, what have you, and actually make money doing something that you love is obviously an attractive prospect. I mean, YouTube was something that I always wanted to do ever since I saw like the first Let's Play video back when I was like 15 or 16 years old, but I genuinely never would have thought that like 10 plus years later, I'd actually sit down and do it myself. A lot of people criticize content creators for being, well, lazy. Many people feeling like the bigger content creators, whether it be streamers or YouTubers, make just way too much money, especially depending on really the type of content they make, whether it's high effort content or low effort content. I mean, yes, being a streamer and YouTuber can potentially be a hard, taxing, long-hour job. It can also, on the flip side, be like the most easiest brain-dead job in the entire world. It really just depends on like what kind of content you're making. I mean, are we talking about people who just do like reaction videos, or people who spend months researching, writing, filming, and editing something? These two things are not created equally. To me, I think one of the most fascinating things about an anime like Viral Hit is how it explores the dark side of YouTube, more specifically the for the views mentality. This type of mantra has led to so many people doing stupid and oftentimes dangerous acts in the hopes of going viral and getting that sweet, sweet YouTube ad rev. I mean, this is literally the mindset of a prank YouTuber in a nutshell, except that Viral Hit explores it in a much more, well, violent way. Hoban is driven to become a YouTuber not through like a desire for popularity or for fame, but through desperation, so that he can make enough money to pay for his bills, specifically his mother's medical bills. And the type of content he decides to make, aka bully call-out videos, is a reflection of this. I mean, really, how many people would actually call out a bully on camera knowing that they were probably going to get their ass beat? just to make some content in the hopes that you could go viral and get that payday. Yeah, if that's not like a desperate act, then I don't know what is. I mean, doesn't he know he could just live stream himself reacting to a Gordon Ramsay show and make the same amount of money? Of course, the irony is not lost on me that I am technically a content creator myself, making content about a piece of content that is criticizing / making fun of content creators and the content creation culture. Wow, that was a mouthful. For me, YouTube has really become like the main place that I can express myself. I never really considered myself a creative person growing up. I was never good at like traditional forms of creative media, like drawing, painting, all of that, really anything with art. But I always loved film and cinema, and I always wanted one day to be able to work in some sort of media, some sort of content creation. Really though, my main personal motivation for starting this channel and for continuing to make these videos is to prove someone wrong. Years ago, before I started the channel, I told someone that I was thinking about either doing like streaming or getting into making YouTube videos, and they told me it was a waste of my fucking time. They told me you'll never make it and you will never be successful, so you might as well not even try. This is the thing that like really motivates me even now to this day and drives me to continue to make these videos. As for me, YouTube was never about like becoming super famous or getting a ton of money. Though don't get me wrong, I am super grateful the fact that these videos actually do make me money, any money at all, as having 7 cats, let me tell ya, is not cheap. No, for me, I really just wanted at the beginning to have a place to express myself, a place to be creative, a place to talk about the things that I love and I care about, to share my thoughts and my love for things with other people who are like-minded or might find it interesting. I've always been like really inspired by creators like Super Eyepatch Wolf, Curtis Connor, and Eddie Burback. Those creators who can take their love and their passion for a thing, a topic, whatever it is, and then turn it into something funny, compelling, hilarious, and just downright creative. Viral Hit, at the end of the day, is really just a silly anime, a silly webtoon series about a guy who fights bullies, and then records it and posts it on YouTube. But I think there's also something like a lot deeper there. To me, it's a super fascinating look and critique about the world of YouTubers and content creators, a job that, like I said, didn't even exist 15 years ago, but now has become the most wanted job in the entire world. I definitely recommend you guys giving Viral Hit a watch, as I really do think that this anime could be the surprise hit anime of 2024, no pun intended. As always, guys, though, these are just my thoughts and my opinions, so please let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, then please, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe, as your engagement on this video is the easiest way to help support me, to keep this channel alive, and to keep these videos coming. If you did enjoy this video, then why don't you check out one of the other videos on screen now. As always, guys, thank you so much for continuing to support me. Drink your water, hug your mother. Until next time, stay safe out there. Peace, love, adu.